Sometimes, waiting can feel like the hardest thing to do. When our hearts long for connection and clarity, it's easy to question whether we should move forward or stay still. But in the stillness, God often whispers. He speaks to us through gentle nudges, through the quiet moments, and through the circumstances we encounter daily. If you've been seeking clarity about whether to wait for that person, God may already be speaking to you in ways you haven't even realized. There are moments in life when we feel an unexplainable sense of peace, a deep knowing within our spirit that surpasses our own understanding. Even when others around us question our choices, there's a quiet reassurance in our heart that tells us to trust God's timing. This kind of peace doesn't come from our own reasoning or from the opinions of others. It's a gift from God, a sign that He is asking us to be still and know that He is in control. When everything around you seems uncertain, yet you feel at rest, it's often God's way of telling you to wait and trust in His perfect plan. At times, waiting comes with gentle confirmations, those little moments where everything seems to align unexpectedly. A message in a sermon, a verse that keeps appearing, or even a conversation with a friend that resonates deeply with your situation. These aren't coincidences. They are divine reminders that God is working behind the scenes. When God is asking you to wait, He often reassures you through repeated signs and confirmations, nudging you gently to trust Him even when you can't see the full picture. Waiting on God doesn't always mean doing nothing. Sometimes it means preparation. You may find yourself in a season where God is refining you, working on areas of your heart, your character, and your faith. If God is asking you to wait, He's likely using this time to shape you into the person He has called you to be. Growth happens in the waiting, and in this season, God might be preparing both you and the person you're waiting for, so that when the time is right, everything will come together according to His will. When God speaks, He often uses our desires to guide us. If your heart continues to be drawn to this person with a sense of purpose and alignment with God's principles, it's worth paying attention. God doesn't plant desires in our hearts without a reason. When your prayers align with God's word and your desire for this person is rooted in something deeper than just emotions, when it's about purpose, destiny, and spiritual growth, God may be telling you to be patient and trust the process. One of the most powerful ways God speaks is through His peace and patience. If you feel no pressure, no rush, and no anxiety about the waiting, that's a strong indication that God's hand is at work. His timing is perfect, and He often stretches our faith by teaching us patience. When you can wait with a joyful heart, without fear or desperation, it's a sign that God is leading you and that waiting is part of His divine plan for your life. Ultimately, trusting God requires surrender, letting go of our timelines, our expectations, and our fears. If you find yourself surrendering this situation to Him over and over again, trusting that He will make all things beautiful in His time, it's a sign that God is strengthening your faith in the waiting. He is reminding you that your story is in His hands, and He will bring the right person into your life when the time is right. So if you're in a season of waiting, take heart. God sees you. He hears your prayers, and He is working in ways you cannot yet see. Be patient, be faithful, and trust that if He's asking you to wait, it's because what He has planned is far greater than anything you could imagine. Behind the scenes, He's aligning every detail, every encounter, every moment to bring you to the person He has chosen for you. This isn't just any connection. This is someone who will pour into you as much as you pour into them, someone who will challenge you to grow closer to God and will walk alongside you in your calling. You've been waiting, but this waiting isn't wasted. It's preparation. Think about it. God doesn't work halfway. He doesn't piece things together randomly. He's intentional. He sees what you need, not just what you want. And He's orchestrating something beautiful, something divine. He's crafting a connection that is far beyond what you could have imagined. You may have cried yourself to sleep, asking God why it's taking so long. You may have questioned if something's wrong with you or if you're not enough. Let me tell you right now, nothing is wrong with you. You are enough because He made you enough. He's not punishing you with this waiting period. He's preparing you, and He's preparing them too. When the time comes, and it's coming soon, it's going to happen so quickly, you'll wonder how everything fell into place so perfectly. That's the kind of God we serve. The God who turns things around suddenly, who accelerates His plans in your life when you least expect it. So, don't lose hope. Keep trusting, keep praying, keep seeking Him. While you wait, focus on becoming the person God has called you to be. Heal where you need healing. Grow where you need growth. Because when this connection comes, it won't just be a blessing for you. It will be a testimony of God's goodness for everyone around you. God's timing is always perfect. He's never late. He's never early. He's always right on time. And right now, I believe He's saying to you, hold on. I'm moving quickly. Stay ready, because what I'm bringing into your life is going to exceed every expectation. Trust Him. His plans are good, and He's connecting you with the person meant for you sooner than you think. So as you go about your day, walk with this assurance in your heart. God hasn't forgotten you. He hasn't overlooked your prayers. He's heard every word, seen every tear, and knows the desires of your heart better than you do. But what's even more powerful is that He knows the desires of your future partner's heart, too. He's shaping both of you to fit together perfectly, like pieces of a divine puzzle. When the connection happens, it won't feel forced or uncertain. There will be clarity, peace, and a sense of purpose. It will be a connection that glorifies God, strengthens your faith, and fulfills His plan for your life. This isn't about rushing into something just to fill the void. It's about stepping into a divine appointment that's been written in the heavens. You might feel tempted to settle, to compromise because the wait feels unbearable, but don't. God's best is worth waiting for. His timing is worth trusting, and the love He has prepared for you is worth every second of faith and patience. Don't allow the enemy to sow seeds of doubt or fear. Instead, let this truth take root in your heart. God is working quickly, and He's bringing His promises to pass in your life. As you keep walking in faith, open your heart to receive. When the connection happens, don't let fear or past wounds hold you back. Trust that God's hand is in it. Let Him guide you, teach you, and show you what love looks like when it's built on the foundation of His Word. This is a season of acceleration, a season of answered prayers, a season of divine connections. Believe it, receive it, and walk in expectation. God is not a man that He should lie. If He has spoken it, He will fulfill it. And right now, He is saying, get ready. I'm moving quickly. God is faithful. He's working even now. Trust Him and watch as He connects you to the person who will walk with you into the purpose He has prepared for both of you. It's coming. Be ready.